Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining in today. We are just about 2 minutes away from starting our session. As you can see on your screens, today's session is a workshop. This is extremely exciting for us because this is the first time we're doing this pitch as a workshop session. So essentially at the end of the session, what we're trying to achieve is all of us on this session should have their own store. And Kritika, who's a product manager, a product marketer with Zoho Commerce, is going to run us through that whole session. And she's amazing at what she does, right? So I'm going to be following her as well, and all of us are going to be following her to actually go and create our own stores. So yeah, again, it's 6:31 a.m. here in India. So I think it's around just about 11 a.m. in some parts of Australia. So while everyone joins, it would be fun to see where you're joining in from. So please go ahead and type it in the chat section that you see on the left of your screens. Which city are you from, or if you're not from Australia, which country are you from? And we'll hey, Michael, thank you so much for joining in. Hey, Steve. Wow, tweeteds. Awesome. I see Nicole. Thank you so much. Sandy, Anthony, Stuart. Wow. Stuart is from the northern beaches of Sydney. That's awesome. Brian from Melbourne. Hello. Hey, Rob. Thank you so much. So, Rob's from Melbourne. We have Aaron from New Zealand. Hey, Aaron. Hey, Ashley. Oh, wow, you guys have... Okay, cool. So Maggie, gear up. We're gonna, so we guys are so passionate about our product that we tend to sort of race ahead. So we'll stay calm. We'll take it slow. If at any point you have an issue, you're not able to follow us, just type it in chats, right? So while Kritika is going to run the session, I'm going to be in chats, and I'm going to sort of help her figure out if all of us are able to follow and keep track of building the store, right? So we're going to do this in 7 steps. It's going to be easy. It's going to be simple. And that's how we are going to approach this. Hey, Uni, thank you so much for joining us. Hey, Jenny from Melbourne. Great, perfect. So I think we are just about 3 minutes into the session, and it would be a great time to start, I believe. So I am Ashish. Hi, everyone. I am a product marketer with Zoho Commerce, and it's so great to be here. It's really early here in India. I am based in India, by the way, and it's 6:30 a.m. But I'm so excited that I can't stop, sort of jumping ahead. I really want to start this off. So great. Today, we are going to try and build our own online store in under 60 minutes. And believe me, after having done it 5 or 6 times ourselves, we are able to do this in 20 minutes flat, right? So it's not a race, of course, but that's what we do out here. So it should be pretty fun. 60 minutes is more than enough time to be able to build a basic store. We have a series of workshops planned in different regions and all of that. So we will send you links where you can go ahead and see how to do more advanced and how to use more advanced features. So stay tuned. Join our channel whenever you can. So as you can see on your screens, we are at Zoho Commerce on all the social media channels. So go ahead and join us there. And you will see tons of material on marketing, on e-commerce marketing, which if you're starting about now, should be very useful material for you. Otherwise, of course, you can find us on zoho.com/commerce. And if you need to reach me or the other trainer, Kritika, at any point directly, you can write into us at marketing@zohocommerce.com. Excuse me, as you see on your screens. Here, you're going to be reaching the marketing folks here at Zoho Commerce. So anything that you wish to ask us, we're happy to connect you with support. We're happy to answer your marketing questions as well. Right. So we are going to quickly run a poll here, and Great. So here is a question that I would really want to ask. So, which part of this entire process do you think you need the most amount of help with? Are you still struggling with basic setup? Are you struggling with setting up a website? That's what we call a front end. And or are you struggling with integrations and how to manage that bit? Or are you struggling with marketing aspects? Oh, that's awesome. The kind of results I'm getting is just, I'm gonna share this with you in just a second because uh, you won't believe this, right? I have okay, so you can continue to vote, but here are the results for everyone. I'm so surprised that the basic setup is a problem. And again, we're going to solve this right now. So it should be an extremely useful session for you. Of course, the store front end, we're going to offer just a very basic overview of. We have a second session, which we normally would do, which talks more in detail about how to manipulate and work with your website. So we have very few takers for our marketing information, but that's absolutely fine. I think with Australia being the kind of country it is, you guys would have a pretty strong handle on it. But please do write into us. We're not going to be handling marketing as such today, but please reach out to us, and we have tons of material to share with you. Awesome. Great. So just a quick check on everything. We have quite a few attendees right now, and yeah, questions are already coming in. I will do a quick hygiene check on a couple of things. So, as you can see, there is a presentation on the screen in front of you, and there's a panel on the right. So this panel, you need to use, there's a box called presenter is here, right? And whenever, if you get lost and if not able to follow us, you can always go and click here while the presentation is on, and you will get to see exactly what we are seeing. So that should be great. The other thing is on the left side of your screens, you will see a questions tab where you can please go ahead and enter any questions that you have. So that will really help us so we have, of course, we have we also have one of our best support guys, Satish, who's on the platform with us today as a trainer, and he's going to be answering some of our questions. So that's great as well. There is another feature which we call chats, which we have already used. So anything that you need to tell us, any information, audio visual issues, you can go ahead and tell us over here. So great. I have just checked our chats and we have introductions, some more introductions over there. On the other section we have is the handout section, where you can see some handouts that we have uploaded. So these are very interesting marketing information that you can use for a lot of us who are just about starting out. Telling your brand story and building a buyer's journey are extremely important topics that we need to tackle at some point. And this is a very interesting hands-on kind of worksheet, which is really going to help you out. So do download them. They will be available only while the session is on. So take a minute to sort of go ahead and download these. Great. So as you can see, this is in the handout section. Right. So we are just about okay to begin the actual session. And I'm just going to jump into it. A quick time check. We are 9 minutes into the session. Great. So how do we actually go about building the store, right? So we have broken this entire process down, what we're going to do in the workshop, into 7 steps. So the first step is actually going to be, you'll need to go to our website and sign up. If you have already created your own store and you have some sort of a functioning thing going on, you can skip it. The second step is the basic setup, where you have to go enter your store's name, choose your currency, choose your country, and so on and so forth. Again, if you have done this, this is very easily skipped. And the third is the third step is where we actually in earnest start building a website out, right? So it'll be adding products. Step number 4 will be setting up a basic shipping, and 5 will be setting up payments, right? This is where your entire, so to speak, the back end of the entire product is ready to go, right? And then on step number 6, we go ahead and hit publish. And then we just tinker around a little bit with the website and see what the issues are. So all the people struggling with the front end, and the website itself will find some useful information over there. Right. So this is how we are going to proceed. You're going to need certain documents in case you're starting from scratch. So, as you can see, there's a link on your screens. Please go ahead and click it and download and save these documents on your desktop. You're going to need the first document that you see, which is the sample product names, descriptions, SEO titles, etc. If you don't have yours already, so these are the sample ones that you can use. They will open up in your browser, so it should be easy access. The second and the two images that you see are the sample banner and the sample product image. If you don't have your own banner or product image at this point, I think it is a good opportunity to click here and download these images on your desktop. Because if you, you will need to download these, only then will you be able to upload onto your website. So, just about 10 or 20 seconds for you to go ahead and click and download. If you're having any trouble, please let us know. Great. So now I think it's time for Kritika to take over. And a quick poll, Kritika, I think over to you. I will just transfer control.
All right. Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone can hear me. All right. Okay. So we are going to run a poll right now. This is just like, just to get an idea if you have already tried out Zoho Commerce or not. So yes. So ideally to understand if you're selling in any other marketplaces. So this will give us an idea about how to frame the demo. All right. So we are getting some results in. We'll just give like a few more seconds. Okay. As you can see, it's good. There are a lot of people just starting off, and we do see some offline sellers as well as like people in selling in other platforms. So this is like a perfect mix. So I'm just going to push the result for everyone and then go into the session. Thank you so much. Again, I'm Kritika. I am from the marketing team of Zoho Commerce as well. And I'm going to be showing you how to build your store in under 60 minutes. So just diving into the session, I'm just going to tell you how I'm going to take this forward. I'm just going to run you through the slides so that you have the steps, you know exactly what I'm going to do before I do it. And then I'm going to take you on screen share and show you how I do it. In case you have any questions, you can type it out in questions or chat. Ashish will take them and guide you through them. And once I show them in screen share, I'm going to come back here again, show the slides back to you so that you can catch up. So do feel free to tell me to slow down because I tend to go ahead. So that's it. Let's go into our store building. So the first step that we are going to do is sign up. So signing up is you need to enter the URL zoho.com/commerce. So you would see something like create your store, the CTA. And then once you click on it, it takes you to a form where you enter your email ID, the password for your store and phone number. These are all pretty basic. Once you click on that, you will be getting into a screen that says let's begin. And clicking on let's begin, it's going to take you into a basic setup, which is the, so sorry. One second. Yeah. So the basic setup screen where you're going to be entering your store name, the industry, phone number, country, all of those. And then you hit choose template. So once you choose template, we will be into the screen where we are going to choose the second template. Okay. And once you click on that, it will take few seconds, up to a minute for your store to get built in the back end and for you to see it. So I will be showing all of these steps in the builder and then we will come back to the slides. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and start sharing my screen. When I share my screen, you won't have access to the slides. So just a few seconds. Yes. So ideally, I hope you have entered in the URL zoho.com/commerce. And as you can see right now, I am in the home page. I already have an account, so I get the CTA called Access Zoho Commerce, but you should get a CTA called Create Your Store. So just go ahead and sign up. I will go ahead and go into the basic setup. So as per the slides, your second step should be let's begin. For me, I have like a lot of stores, so I got like an intermediate.
Hey, Kritika, sorry. We can't see the screen yet.
All right, so sorry.
Sorry for the trouble. I think there is a slight issue on the screen share, which we will sort of solve right away. In the meantime, why don't we go ahead and do a poll? This is a very specialist question around functionality. What is most important to you? So Kritika should take just about 30 seconds to come back, and we should be done with this poll in the meantime. Oh, wow. So we have tons of questions around integrations. So I can also tackle questions. So we saw some some questions around integrations with Zoho, inventory, and other products. So commerce is very tightly integrated with the Zoho inventory, Zoho books, and it is in fact built on top of Zoho sites and uses Zoho sites as a front end. So again, this is done very easily. So as far as Zoho One is concerned, we are not in the same pricing bundle as Zoho One. You will have to go ahead and purchase commerce separately from Zoho One, but all the integrations are exactly the same among products that would be in Zoho One. So that's how we are tackling this product right now. So as you can, oh, you're
Yeah,
back.
back.
Thank you so much. Great. So over to you, Kritika, in just about a second.
Yep.
There you go.
Okay, so sorry for that. So I'm just once again gonna try share screen and yes. So yep. So I hope you can see my screen now. Can you see the screen now? Ashish, just a verbal.
Absolutely. Yeah, we are there.
Yeah. Okay. So sorry. All right. So ideally, back once again to the first step where we enter the URL zoho.com/commerce. And once you're here, you hit create your store. I'm going to go into Access Zoho Commerce. And once you like, the next step for you should be clicking on the blue Let's Begin button. But for me, I am just going to go ahead and click on create a new store. If you had already have something on Zoho Commerce, this should be the ideal next step. And once we are here, we are going to be entering the store information. So right now I'm entering the store name. And I'm just choosing the industry as e-commerce. Just feel free to choose whatever industry, as well as your phone number. Feel free to enter your phone number because this is where we can get in touch with you. In case you get into any sort of, you have any questions for us, we can take reach out to you. And also ensure you choose the right country and currency because this information cannot be changed afterwards. And once you choose the country, the currency and time zone will automatically get chosen. And then we click on choose template. So under choose template, I'm choosing this first template. You can go ahead and choose any template you want. Yes, so clicking it takes it takes up to a minute to get your store built in the backend. So I'm just going to come back and show you the slides so that you can get caught up. And any questions till now, you can raise it. But ideally, I'm just going to give a few more seconds for people to get caught up. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to run you through the other steps. So once we have like chosen the template, we are going to go and see the main dashboard, where you basically have like a run through of the steps, and it is extremely straightforward. So getting to this step is like the most trickiest part. After that, it's all basically like you can just see the screen and follow it. All right. So currency. That's fine, Uni. Like there's a chat around like the saying there's no phone number option, but that's okay. You can just go ahead and create the store. In case, you can always write back to us in case of any queries. Yep. So I hope at this point you have chosen your template. Once you have done, it will take up to a minute to set up your store. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and move to the next slide. If you want me to wait, just go ahead and hit in chat. I will wait for a few more seconds, but yep. So once the store gets set up, you should be seeing this particular dashboard. So ideally in the dashboard, you can see the first one is store information, and then the second is a template. We have completed 2 steps. The third one is adding your products. So by clicking on this, it is going to take you to this particular page where you can add your title, and then the title will automatically populate the URL. We are going to give in the selling price and description. As you can see, there are 2 small links here, which will directly take you to the content page. So you can just feel free to like copy and paste the information. And the sample content will have like a lot of content, but to get started, you just need the title, selling price, and the primary description. This is the small 3-line paragraph. That alone should do. And you need to click on the sample image, using which you can download the product image onto your desktop, so that later you can just drag and drop it into it. So I'm just gonna go into the builder and then show you what I'm going to do in screen share. But ideally, these are the steps I am going to be following as well. So okay, I hope you can see my screen. I mean, Ashish, feel free to like stop me if I'm just running ahead.
Of course, but you're absolutely fine. Go for it.
Okay, so yeah, clicking on add product, it is going to take me to this particular page where I'm just going to use the sample document that I have shared with you. I'm going to click on it, and title, and I'm just going to give in the selling price, and okay, you can give in the retail price as in if you need it, but ideally, like I told you, I am just going to all that it's needed is the title, the selling price, the description, and the product image. So just going to get the product image. I'm so sorry about my desktop. It is like very bad, but yeah, so sorry about that. So yeah, I had it saved on my desktop. All I did was drag and drop it into my into this particular builder. So once that's done, all I'm going to do is scroll all the way to the end of the page and then click save. Oh, sorry. One more step. I'm very sorry that I forgot to mention. If you have, you need to disable track inventory. So this way it lets you to save. Any information that you want about all of those features that you're seeing in, feel free to like type in questions, and Satish and Ashish can take it for you. So as you can see, once you have saved, you get like a small green tick here. So ideally, this means you have added your first product onto your store. Okay, so I'm just going to come back to Showtime and also sorry. Yeah, I'm just going to come back to Showtime and display the slides so you can get caught up. So you should ideally, once you have selected a template, you should come to the main dashboard where you click on add products. And once you've clicked on add products, it is going to take you into the add product details page where you can enter the information. So if there is any difficulties, just do write in the chat box. We can help you out. But this is pretty straightforward. You actually don't even need the sample content. You can just go ahead and give your own title and description and price and even image. So I'm just going to give like a minute so you all can go in and enter these information. And yeah, do ensure that the track inventory option is unselected. Otherwise, it won't let you save the page. Okay, so ideally, once you have completed the step, you should have like the first product added to your website. And we only have basically 3 more steps to go. And then your store will be published. All right, I hope at this point you have been able to add the product. So I'm just going to move ahead and give a run through on the next step, which is the shipping. So as you can see, after add products, the next step is publish. But I don't want to publish the store at this point because anyways, we need to do a few more steps and we'll go back and publish the store. So shipping is where you do 2 things. So once you click on setup shipping, there are 2 different things we will be doing. One is add shipping zone, where you basically choose the title for your shipping zone, which is basically domestic. You wish to only ship within Australia. So once you choose the title, the next step, the country would be automatically selected. And the next field state, you can see like a small blue arrow. Once you click on that, you can just choose all state. Ideally, you will want to customize that. But for this particular workshop, we are just going to choose all. I'm so sorry, I have written in all countries. That is some minor thing. But yeah, you basically choose all states. And once that's done, you scroll to the bottom and then click save. So hitting on save is going to take you on to the next page, that is add shipping rate. So here, this is where you basically enter 2 days shipping or whatever pricing. For the sake of the workshop, we are just going to give free shipping. So in this add shipping rate place, you're going to give a shipping name, which is free shipping. Estimated delivery time, 3 to 5 days or even 2 days, you can just give it that. And then we are going to enable flat rate and give shipping rate as 0. And then we click save. So using this, we are going to set up 1 shipping zone and then 1 shipping rate. So I'm just going to take you into I'm just going to share my screen and then take you into the builder and then show you what I just explained.
Great. A quick one here, Kritika. Nicole from New Zealand has asked us a very specific question about New Zealand. All states are not available for New Zealand. So while you're setting this up, it would, you can go ahead and set it up for New Zealand as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You can do that. So ideally, that is the thing. So whatever store you had set up front is going to come up. I just took this as a thing, and then I'm sure running it down to you. So any specific questions you have, just do like Nicole said, you can just point it out. So as I showed in the slides, I am skipping the publish site and then I am going to set up shipping. So I clicked on set up shipping. and it takes me to this shipping page where I click on add shipping zone. So I'm just gonna put in domestic or interstate or whatever you want. You just feel free to experiment. And I clicked on the small blue arrow, and then I clicked OK. And I am just gonna scroll down and click save and add rate. So once I do that, it's going to take me to add shipping rate. So I'm just going to type in free shipping, estimated delivery time as 3 to 5 days. I'm going to give shipping rate type as flat and then shipping rate as 0. So once I have done that, I am just going to go ahead and click save. So this is once this is done, you should be able to see a screen where you can see your shipping method and the price displayed. Okay, so I hope you've been able to follow, but I'm just going to go back to the screen and then show the slides so that you can run through if in case you are stuck anywhere. Okay, yes. So ideally, once you click on add shipping, you should see this page. And yes. So the shipping zone, you can split it up and set up various rates. So you have the option to do all of that. But just for this workshop, I am just giving like 2 simple options so that it's easier for everybody to follow.
So, Kritika, in the meantime, we have a couple of questions. Could you just run us through shipping about, so how do you go back and add additional shipping is what Jenny is asking us right now. And there are a couple of questions around taxation. So I'm wondering if you're going to take up taxations next, or should we handle it at this point?
So taxation, so we are not handling at this point because different state has different taxes. So which is something we can't get into in a 1-hour workshop of building a store. But if they have questions about taxations, they can email us, and we can actually get on one-on-one and solve that problem.
Perfect. So I'm just going to leave a couple of emails on the chat window, and please write to us with any specific tax question, because we will need, we'll take the help of support and answer this very specifically for you. Thank you so much.
Okay, so we had a question about adding another shipping rate. So I just quickly run through that on screen share. So if in the same, like as you can see in the same, like, the domestic shipping, we have like free shipping. Once you have added that, you should see this page. And once you click on add shipping again, you can go ahead and it will again take you back to the same page where you can go ahead and add expedited shipping pricing, 2-day shipping pricing, overnight. So you have the option of including various other shipping rate from within this page itself. So I hope that has answered your question. So I'm just going to go back and run through the next steps, which is okay. So next step, which is the payments. So okay, just yep. So once you have added shipping, then you will see like a small green icon on the top, which is back to the dashboard. So you need to click on that, and it will bring you back to the main dashboard. I hope I'm so sorry I didn't show that on screen share, but in case if you have a question, do ask in chat. But it's like back to the dashboard should be there. You just click on it with a small home icon, and once that's done, you come back to this main dashboard, where I have showed like number one, we are just going to skip taxes for this because each state has different taxations and other things which we don't want to get into. And ideally, to start selling, we don't really require the taxes upfront. This is a step that we can tackle once our store is made published as well. So that is the reason we are skipping this right now. So just click on skip for now for taxes, and then we move into payments. So clicking on setup payments, it is going to bring you, I'm so sorry, I don't know why all the screenshots are messed up, but I hope you're able to follow this. So you come into this page where you can see the list of payment integrations, but ideally you need to scroll down. Ideally all of these integrations are one click. If you have access to Stripe authorized.net, you just click it, enter your API key, and you are set. But since we don't have access to the information now, we are just going to scroll down, come into offline payment, and set up an offline payment. So clicking on setup, it should take you to the offline payment page where we are going to give in the label offline payment, set a minimum eligible amount for people who are applying for the offline. Like I come into your store and I want to pay later, so I choose offline payment, but I have bought something less than $100, I won't be able to choose it if you give the minimum eligible amount as 100. So right now, so we're going to give it as 0 and then like 1,000 or 10,000 as a maximum number, and then we hit save. So once we hit save, you should see an option to make your store live, and this is where we make it live.
Hi, Kritika, are you sharing your screen right now?
No, I'm sharing my slides. Are you not
Oh,
able to
sorry,
see my
I'm
slides?
okay.
Okay, yeah. So I'm just going to go into screen share and then show what I just explained to you. Okay, I hope you're able to see my screen. So once here, I'm just going to click on this small dashboard here, which is going to bring me back to the main dashboard. So as you can see, once we have completed the steps, we get small green ticks. That means you have successfully added products and shipping. So I'm going to go in and skip taxes for now, and then I'm going to click on setup payment. So clicking on setup payment has got me to this page where I can see a list of integrations, which we are not going to do right now. I'm going to go and click on setup offline payment. So clicking on setup for offline payment, I come into the offline payment page where I enter offline payment and give the minimum amount as 0 and then the maximum eligible amount as $10,000. And once that's done, I'm just gonna click save. So clicking on save again brings me back to the payment gateway page where I have the option to make my store live. So yes, so clicking on this store, clicking on the button make store live is going to give you a confirmation pop-up asking you, are you because until this point your store is like a demo store, but once you click on make store live, you have the option of like you're actually making it live. So ideally I can enter your URL and visit your website. So later on I am going to give you a code to like delete this website, so just feel free to like go in and make the store live. Okay, so now my test store is live. So yes, I'm going to go back and show you the slides so that you can get caught up. If you have any questions, do share and chat, but I'm just going to run the steps again because this involves 3 steps. So clicking on adding payment, you come into the page where you click on set up offline payments. And once you have set up offline payment, it takes you back to the offline payment page where you give the offline payment label, enter the minimum and maximum amount, and then you hit save. And once you have saved it, it brings you back to the payment page where you click on make store live. So I hope each and every one of you have been able to add shipping as well as payment at this point, because once we are done with payments, we are going to go into the site builder and then publish your store. So at this point, we can actually go ahead and wait for everyone to come to this particular section. So in case you want me to wait or anything, just
So,
like that, yeah.
Just a quick question. I think we have tons of questions around the pricing and the subscription part of commerce. So I want to sort of mention at this point that Zoho Commerce is not bundled with the pricing of Zoho One. You will have to purchase commerce separately at this point, even if you're a part of Zoho One. And at any point in the future, if it gets bundled in, then of course the pricing will be sort of taken care of. I'm just going to share a link on the chat window, which will have the pricing, which you can click and reach, pricing specific for your country, whether you're from ANZ or any other country, etc. So sorry, go ahead, Kritika.
Yeah, no problem. So this is one question that keeps coming up, and we need to tackle it at some point. So I hope everyone has been able to add payments to their store. So the next step is the store builder. So ideally, once you have added payment, on the left, as you can see, there are series of menus. There you need to click on site builder, which is going to take you into the store builder, where I'm going to show you two different things which you can use later on to like go in and edit all the other aspects of the template. One is like changing images, editing the images. Another is how you can go in, select the pre-populated text and edit them. So these are the three things that we are going to do in the store builder. And once we have done them, we are going to hit publish and then take your store live. Okay, so I'm just gonna go start sharing my screen once again and take you to the store builder and then show you what I just explained. Okay, so now that we have added the payment and then we have made our store live, we should be in this particular page. So here I'm just gonna click on the site builder. So the site builder doesn't load instantly. It takes a few seconds because it needs to load up the entire template that we chose up front. So as you can see, this is the template we chose. So I'm just going to show you how to change this image. So as you can see, as you move your mouse, it selects different regions. So I'm just going to go over the image and select the image, and clicking on it, I click on change image, and again it's about dragging and dropping the image. So I would have in the initial kit we would have shared this image to you, so I'm just going to use that, and then I'm going to click save. So me hitting on save is automatically going to bring the image into the website. So we have seen the second part of what I explained in the slides. Now I'm going to show you how to go in and edit the content. So again, as I showed you, once you hover the mouse, you can see that it selects the entire region where the main content on the website is. So I'm just going to delete the content and enter the message that I wanted to put in. So this is how you can go ahead, play with the different aspects of the template and then change it. And you should get, as you see, the template is pretty well designed, and you should be able to like get a decent looking site in under an hour, definitely. So now that this is done, I'm just going to go back and stop sharing my screen and share the slides. Okay, so I hope we are all caught up, because after this I'm just going to hit publish and then run you through ideally how a customer will navigate through your site and buy a product. So that will be like the final step of this workshop. So I'm just gonna give a few seconds for you to play around with the builder, and then we can go and publish our store. I'm so excited because I'm going to be, after you guys publish the store, I want you to share it in the chat section so that we can go ahead and place orders for you. So I'm really excited about the part, because that's where I can see if I'm a good teacher. So in case you want me to run over the builder part once more, you can you can type it out in chat. I am very happy to do that for you. So as you can see, our builder is also extremely intuitive. It's pretty much straightforward. So I hope you have not come across any difficulties on the builder. So I'm just going to again share my screen. And what I'm going to do is hit publish, that is on the top right corner. And then hitting on publish is going to take me to a space where I'm going to give a subdomain for the website, which is completely free. But the thing is, your website.zoho commerce would be your URL. And once that's done, my site would be live. So I'm just going to show you how to do that. I'm going to share my screen. And yes, so as I told you, publish on the top right corner. So I'm just going to hit on that. And you can see that it takes me to another window where I'm going to enter my subdomain. Okay. Okay. So now that I have entered my subdomain, I'm just going to hit on publish, proceed to publish. So proceeding to publish, all it says is that like right now, I can click on this URL and anyone should be able to access this store. So I will come back and put this URL on the chat section so you can also see what I have done, as well as I hope you share your website with me as well. I'm just going to show you how, as a customer, would navigate through your website. So ideally, you have a banner. So once you make a few more edits, it's going to look more like your website. And then you click on the product. It brings you to a product page. Even your product page is built. And clicking on add to cart, you click on view cart. Your checkout page is also built in the back end. And clicking on checkout, your payment page and everything is done for you. So I'm just gonna, just choose country and checkout. And I'm just going to use the free shipping and continue and click on complete order. So ideally, once a customer places an order on your website, as a store owner, an email is triggered to you. And as a customer, an email is triggered to the customer as well. And once you process the order, all the emails are preset and it just keeps getting sent. So technically, right now, you have a functional website which can take order for you. So that is the purpose of this workshop. And just going to give you like a few more seconds to get caught up. But that's about it. At this point of time, you should have a store that I hope you share with me, and then we can go in and place an order.
Great. So we're just waiting for you to go and publish your websites, and do paste your final links or whenever you're done with your websites in the chat function. We're extremely excited to go ahead and visit your websites, maybe place an order and see how things work.
Yep.
In the meantime, Kritika, there is a question about iframes on our website. We do have iframes functionality, right?
Yeah, we do have iframes, but it also depends on what sort of integrations they are looking for as well. If it's something specific.
Great.
So, but it supports iframe.
Yeah, I'll leave it to Satish to give David a complete answer on this one.
Yeah.
There's another question around services. So it says, so Stephen asks if he has services rather than products. Can he use this to sell digital products other than physical? So Stephen, you can collect payments, of course, if you treat your services as physical products and you sort of set up the process like that. But if you have downloadables, that digital products usually sometimes have, then we don't support that functionality. But if you're selling services essentially as a product, then yes, you can manually just ship it, or just mark it as shipped or whatever, and that should work. You'll have to disable certain auto emails that we have set up, etc. But otherwise, it will work.
So, I mean, I hope you were able to build your website. I do hope, like, if you have any questions or you're stuck anywhere, do feel free to bring it out on chat so we can help.
So, hi, Hemi. Yes, you can. Kritika, I think Hemi has just asked us a question on can you have chats for helping customers on your website? So Zoho has a product called Sales IQ, which is completely integrated with the commerce product. So once you integrate, if you go into the site setting and click on integrate, you will find that integration.
Like your option, yes.
Yeah, so go ahead and integrate it, and that's Sales IQ is our chat functionality for websites. So you will be able to do that. And it is also a pretty deep product. You will have many more things like chats popping up automatically on a certain page after a certain time, and so on and so forth. It's go ahead and try it out. It's pretty good. Great. So just a quick time check. We are 55 minutes into the session. We have, I think, a final couple of minutes. So, Kritika, if you could move to the.
So sorry.
Great. So in case any of us have been able to finish our website and hit publish, we would really love to see it. It'll also validate that what we did was useful for everyone. So if nothing else, do tell us on the chat if it was useful. Or if you have any other questions, we'll be very happy to answer at this point. Oh, okay. So David's question actually is, would you, Satish, would you mind answering that question? It's can the commerce site be embedded in an iframe on my main website? The main website has hundreds of pages and will only have 20 odd products. So I think that should be a challenge. No. So you will have to use the buy button functionality. So each product will have, you can embed that particular buy button with each product. But you cannot embed the entire website itself into your other website. Great. So we have, okay, Paul, thank you so much for the validation. We don't have anybody who has actually published their websites to us. We would have loved to see at least one. Somebody come up and say that, hey, here's my website. We would have run back and ordered something on your website. Oh, we have something finally.
I thought I'd give you our email address again, so you can send it out to you at your destination.
So we have Terra Firma Industries. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Kritika, do you want to go ahead and place an order on this one?
I'm already in there, and I'm loving it. So.
Hey, don't worry at all, Maggie. The idea that we always try and communicate is you need to start somewhere, right? The first step is always it's the toughest, as well as you rightly put it. It's really rough, but the idea is to keep improving it as you go, and just sort of keep looking at your competitors' websites, keep looking at other people's websites, and just getting ideas from them. From at any point in time, if you feel our product is not keeping up with what you need, please feel free to write into us. We're trying to build this library of CSS codes and giving you ideas of how to actually do this stuff. As a lot of you would know, commerce is a fairly new product. It has been around only for a year and a half. So what we're trying to do is sort of build all this material at this point, but we will help you out, right? So if you have any specific questions of a functionality and all of that, we will set up a 1:1 call with you, and we'll try and run you through it. It's as useful for us as it would be for you. So I hope you do take it up. Our email address. Sorry.
Yeah, no. Maggie, your website was really nice. I have gone in and placed an order. Thank you so much for validating whatever I was doing the last 1 hour, because that was, a good model boost for me in the morning. So yeah, so please, people feel free to at least email us your URL. Yes, I know we are very obsessed with this email ID, but yes, we want to listen to you. We want you to write back to us, and yes, at this point,
Absolutely, and we'll try and help you as much as we can.
can.
We're not great with CSS code, but we have support people such as Satish, who are in the call, who are really, really helpful, as a lot of you would have noticed in his. Hey, thanks for it. Thanks for that, Maggie. Why don't you ship it? I mean, it would be really fun to have it as well. I'm sure at this point in time, in the current situation we are in, nothing's going to reach us. So that should be fun to figure out. But awesome. So yeah, Stephen, awesome. You have actually gone and seen this
Yeah.
as well. Great.
All
So
right.
I think we're just about at time. We are 1 hour into the workshop. So as promised, we have examples that you have been able to create your website. Again, just a quick repetition. That's the first step. Go ahead and create. So the only thing that's stopping you from starting online is you. Go ahead and create the website. Let us know. We'll be very happy to help further. Thank you so much, Jenny. Absolutely. As in, we should have breakfast as well. Do not forget the handouts. In case you need these later, do write into us and we will mail them to you as well. We will have this up on our YouTube channel, plus we will mail all the attendees this presentation as well. So, all right. Thank you so much. We're just over time. And thank you for joining in. And we'll see you soon.
See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.